On July 18th,
You probably won't get off this island alive.
it's not just a walk in the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Are you looking forward to Jurassic World Rebirth?
Hi everyone, I'm Scarlett Johansen. I'm here on the set of Jurassic World Rebirth.
Wearing a full face of makeup and body makeup and everything else, so I need to have a skincare that sits well under.
I'm not. I think it's going to be a load of crap. Now, I have said on my channel before that I was kind of looking forward to it because you got a really good cast of people, but then a friend of mine who I brought over to my house this week to celebrate his birthday, he told me he's not looking forward to it because he thinks the idea behind this sequel is absolutely absurd. Because when I questioned him, I said, can you tell me a bit more why it is? He said, yeah, they're just actually mutating dinosaurs with no DNA. So the whole idea against the Michael Crichton books it's an absolutely stupid idea. And I thought, oh my God, dude. So I'm just checked out. Now, there were some reactions this week and Variety covered those because people were privy to, even there was a premiere for this actually in London this week as well, I believe, for Jurassic World Rebirth. And look, I'm going to get back to the OG trilogy at the end of this video today, folks, but I thought it was actually worth covering this today because it is actually quite interesting what the opening salvo is from Variety right here.
In the new movie Jurassic Park, the eagerly awaited film was greeted by long lines at special sneak previews Thursday night. Some experts are predicting the Universal Studios picture could generate as much as $50 million in box office business this weekend.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Jurassic World Rebirth first reactions range from a roaring triumph to blah, it's a winner, or string of forgettable scenes. And it's really funny regarding that last statement there, who they actually highlight, which I thought was pretty cool. So you got Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansen, and Scarlett Johansen I'm going to get back to in a minute. I think she's going to be the reason why people turn away en masse for this particular film, because we all want to see dinosaurs, right? I'm not interested in human beings. They're boring. I mean, in the first set of films, I thought the human characters were very well drawn out. Bob Peck in the first film, where he's the hunter. The only thing that I didn't like about his character, they should have shown him having a real proper fight with his dinosaur rather than the way they kind of he was stalking the prey, but then the prey was stalking him, right? Rest in peace, Bob Peck. He was fantastic.
Clever girl.
So Jurassic World Rebirth finally was unveiled to members of the press, and the first reactions on social media appear to be mixed to positive on the return of the 32-year-old dinosaur franchise. Listen, for me, folks, I'm going to get myself a Jurassic Park t-shirt because nobody buys the Jurassic World dog shit, right? So here are the reactions. So we got somebody called Jazz Tangay who says it's a roaring triumph and perfect entry into the franchise, or as I like to say, the perfect rear entry, because that's where it needs to be stuffed, right? Loved all the new dinosaurs, and boy, are some scary. Get ready to fall in love with Dolores. Now, Dolores apparently isn't a character played by ScarJo. She's called Zora apparently, but Dolores might be a dinosaur. It's a beautiful homage to the original. Well, actually, I've been told it's not. It actually insults the original. Perry Nemiroff, one of the worst critics out there, and still clinging onto her job with Collider. What does she say? Oh, Rebirth, a winner. Adding, Gareth Edwards knew just how to bring the Jurassic story to the big screen. I adore the practical movie magic of the original film. Over the years, the franchise has embraced more CGI. Really? No shit, Nemiroff. Good grief. But the digital elements work well here. Listen, the practical effects of the OG trilogy are what stand out for me because they look absolutely fantastic. And yeah, there was a brief moment of madness where I liked Jurassic World with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, but that's, my God, you know, I've kind of taken myself aside, given myself a few electrical shocks here and there to knock the insanity out of my system, and I'm back to normal again, folks. But Perry Nemiroff, I always ignore what she says now. John Flickinger, this guy, I'm a massive fan of this dude. He's kind of the reason why I'm doing YouTube, but I loved what he said here. It had a solid concept, mutated dinosaurs on a new island. I was intrigued, but the movie just feels blah. It's a string of forgettable scenes that go nowhere. One river sequence stood out, but the rest blurs together. Their characters are dull. There's zero chemistry between them. You got Mahershala Ali, Jonathan Bailey, Rupert Friend, Scarlett Johansen, who, by the way, when I get to her in a minute, you'll probably understand why I just won't really waste my time watching this film. Clayton Davis from Variety says, "Welp, Jurassic World Rebirth is a movie. It has that going for it." I know who Clayton Davis is. I've had my issues with him before because he's a real shill, but that is a fantastic comment. Now look at this poster right here. You got Scar Joe with a gun behind the Jurassic World Rebirth logo. Girl boss fatigue, folks. It's coming into full effect with Scar Joe because, you know, this is not the ScarJo that we adored in Ghost World or Lost in Translation with that fantastic opening scene of a butt on the bed, right, covered up. Oh, no, no. This is the new kind of ScarJo. And if you don't believe me, this is Deadline. And that's what we see. She just looks emaciated. She looks tired.
Dinosaurs are coming back to life today.
I don't like this girl boss shit anymore. I'm absolutely fed up of it. Yesterday when I was on YouTube, what do I get a notification for? F1 Academy, more like FU Academy. And it's about a bunch of girl drivers in Formula One. That's never gonna work. Do you know why? Because you need a thick bulbous neck to protect you from the impacts your cars are gonna get into, whether it's off-grid or with other vehicles. How is that gonna work? Danica Patrick, NASCAR driver. She's had more crashes than I've had burns, boy.
Hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on. And it's Danica Patrick. She has tagged the wall.
Well, what the fuck was that?
So what the hell are they talking about? F1 and baby girl drivers? This is bullshit. Just like the girl boss is now so tiresome, I can't take it anymore. Like when South Korea does the girl boss shit, they do it really well. The Villainess. If you've never seen that movie, watch it. It's fantastic. It doesn't hold back. But the tracking of this film isn't looking that hot, to be honest. 115 million to 135 million over a 5-day opening, according to the 3-weekend tracking released Thursday morning. It's 4th of July weekend. It's going to be big. It's going to be competitive. And I said before that I thought that Jurassic World Rebirth might do well because it's dinosaurs and shit. But honestly, I think the presence of Miss ScarJo right here, who, let's face it, is getting a little bit over the hill at this stage in her career. She's done with Marvel. She might still be doing a recall to Natasha Romanoff with Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. for a prequel story, which makes no sense to me because these characters now are all moldy and old. You know, they're not their youthful selves as they were many years ago. So how the hell is that going to work? I just don't understand that at all. But man, you know, look, Megan 2.0, I'll probably hedge my bets that'll be a more fun movie. And in fact, from what I've actually heard as well, especially from John Flickinger, the most fun he's had at the cinema this year so far is Formula One with Brad Pitt. I mean, why am I not surprised? Who doesn't like fast cars and fast women? If you threw them into the mix, I'd bloody well be watching that day and night. Now, by the way, folks, at the beginning of this video, I said I would come back to the OG trilogy. Yeah, Jurassic Park in 1993. I saw that at the cinema. It is quite the spectacle. Number 2, I didn't mind. Number 3 gets shat on a lot, but I think 3 is really good with Taya Leone. And who's the other guy? Isn't it who's the other guy? Sam Neill. He's in it, right? I love Sam. I love me some Sam Neill. So and I do like that film. And it's directed by Joe Johnson, the same Joe Johnson, by the way, who gave us The Rocketeer. And I'm making another video regarding that particular movie in a few moments after this one. But if you ended up giving this video a chance to the very end, make sure you give it a roar of approval in your comments below. Make sure you give it a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you catching me for the return of the next video.
The thrills never stopped. It was amazing. It was really good. It was a little scary sometimes. Sometimes it was funny.
It didn't seem to bother them. They just pretty much closed their eyes and said, "Wake me when it's over."
It's the best picture I've seen in about the last 10 years.